Today, Vishnu is recognized as the eternal, unchanging preserver of the universe. In modern theology, he is the supreme entity who rests upon a cosmic serpent and descends in various forms to save the world from chaos. But the historical record reveals a 1,500-year process of assembling three distinct identities into one. The deity recognized today is a composite figure, built layer by layer through archaeological and political shifts. This process accelerated in the 2nd century BCE, when the Orthodox Vedic religion reached a breaking point. The traditional religious order was failing to maintain its influence over the population. The public was largely rejecting the expensive, complex fire rituals of the Brahminical elite. Instead, they were turning toward the grassroots Shramana movements, Buddhism and Jainism, which offered a path outside the traditional caste hierarchy. To counter this exodus, the Orthodox tradition had to pivot. They began to integrate popular local beliefs with their own elite philosophy to create a unified, more accessible religious system. The first component of this new system was the Vedic deity Vishnu. In the earliest hymns, he was a minor solar god whose primary role was tracing the sun's path to maintain cosmic order. The second component was Narayana, a cosmic principle from the Upanishads representing an all-pervading consciousness. The final piece was Vasudeva-Krishna, a deified historical chieftain from the Vrishni clan. His cult was growing rapidly in the region of Mathura, driven by a new style of personal worship. Early stone carvings of these Vrishni heroes highlight their origins as mortal warriors. They are depicted with robust human anatomy and physical weapons, far removed from the more ethereal depictions that would come later. This movement focused on bhakti, a personal, emotional devotion to a hero. This was a direct alternative to the old Vedic fire sacrifices, which required professional priests and rigid ritual knowledge. The strategy was to weave these three disparate strands together. They mapped the mortal hero onto the cosmic soul, and placed both within the framework of the Vedic sun god. This merger allowed the Orthodox tradition to capture the energy of the grassroots hero cults while keeping their ancient Vedic lineage intact. This pillar at Besnagar is an early marker of the deity's rising status. Its inscriptions reveal it was commissioned by Heliodorus, a Greek ambassador. By the 2nd century BCE, Vasudeva devotion was powerful enough to convert foreign diplomats. As the cult spread, the religious architecture changed. Stone enclosures like the one at Gosundi were built to house images of the heroes, explicitly identifying them with the cosmic Narayana. Around 200 BCE, artists at Malhar attempted to visualize this fusion. They created the first four-armed images of the deity, physically merging the human warrior with the multidimensional cosmic god. This shift recontextualized the warrior's physical gear. His literal war discus and mace were transformed into solar symbols, representing the cycles of time and the primordial sound of creation. By giving the human hero four arms and cosmic attributes, the sculptors bridged the gap between a local chieftain and a supreme, all-pervading entity. To expand this system across the subcontinent, the authors of the Puranas introduced the doctrine of the avatar. The concept states that the supreme consciousness descends into the material world in various physical forms whenever universal order is threatened. This allowed the religion to absorb local animal totems. In this rock relief, the primeval boar is not a separate god, but Vishnu himself. The goddess clinging to his tusk was a political allegory, representing the king's duty to rescue the earth from chaos. The most effective use of this tool was absorbing Buddhism. By declaring Siddhartha Gautama an avatar of Vishnu, they integrated their primary ideological competitor. This doctrine enabled a single religious framework to contain local cults, tribal myths, and rival philosophies, creating a unified theological system. During the Gupta Empire, between the 4th and 6th centuries, this composite deity became a central tool of the state. The Gupta sponsoring massive monuments, like this colossal statue at Iran. These were physical statements of the empire's religious and political alignment. The emperors adopted the title of supreme devotees, directly linking their earthly administration to the deity's role as the preserver of order. This architectural and theological model eventually traveled beyond India. In the 12th century, it was used to build Angkor Wat, the largest religious monument in the world. On its walls, the multi-armed deity is shown maintaining cosmic balance, a function that had remained consistent through centuries of expansion. Examining the historical origins of Vishnu reveals the specific events that shaped him. His evolution tracks the history of a civilization that adapted and integrated different beliefs to create a lasting religious system.